When we first came here, I recognized right off the bat that we had something special and well worth looking after and working with Mother Nature to keep it like it is and keep it intact.
This is where it all starts. This is where water comes from. It doesn't come from a tap. We have an incredible gift here, a gift of natural free-flowing springs. If we can harness the gifts that we've been given, harness the power of the sun, and respect Mother Nature, that we might be able to improve things a little bit, because that's always our vision, is to leave it better than we found it. We've talked a lot over the last 30 years about ecological goods and services. There is no more important one than clean, fresh water. We always need to help people reconnect to where that water comes from. The water that starts here will supply drinking water to the community of Nanton. All of that water gathers and then moves to Lethbridge and moves beyond that. And I think if all of us could just have those bigger understandings of what the eastern slopes do for all of our communities, I think that we would all be in better shape.
Riparian areas are the lands adjacent to streams, rivers, lakes, and wetlands, where the plants and soils are strongly influenced by the presence of water. When our riparian areas are healthy, they provide us with a suite of ecological services, such as filtering and storing water and providing homes for fish and wildlife. They act like giant sponges, helping to trap and store moisture below the ground, increasing primary production and adding water for low flow periods.
All of that filter, whether it be the willows or those other riparian grasses and stuff that grow around the edges, that slows things down, and that's really important. This is a complete system. We have keystone species on our place.
When we first came here, we were pretty naive and green about how to graze properly. And then when we started to go to grazing conferences and learning more and more about the grasslands, we've been trying to adapt a principle of trying to mimic when the buffalo were here.
When a cow bites a piece of grass, she actually rips it, and she does what the buffalo did. When she rips it, that grass says, "Oh, shoot my roots down deeper." And that's a really important message for us. That was an aha moment. Our cows and our systems are just our tools. Our electric fences are tools. The grass is kind of a tool. It's a filter, but it's a tool. We try to live in harmony with the other species that are here and try to protect what is important here. We've done rangeland health assessments, riparian assessments have been done by cows and fish, and we see all of them as our report cards. We have at least 150 different species of flowers. We have 24 species of willows. So bottom line is, how do we look after that?
But that would be my thought.
We're not alone in it, and I think the most important lesson that we've learned is that conservation and good agricultural practices are on parallel tracks. If our cows are here and they're happy, there's a good chance that the moose are as well. If the moose are happy and there's elk here, then there's bird watchers and hunters and bow hunters that are also happy because they have access to all of that. And it all starts to work together if we can continuously improve it. Part of what we're always trying to do is protect the source of the water for the cattle or the wildlife. Fencing it off gives us better quality and better quantity of water, always, and that's always our goal. A system like this can be used anywhere on the ranch. It can move within 20 minutes, but more importantly, it can be used for probably 90% of the year. The dynamics of that are huge to us. Both this system and the orange fencer that are beside us help us to create a system that is always evolving, but also allows us to be nimble and flexible all the time. There's good people out there that are experts in what they do. Allies like Cows and Fish, like Ducks Unlimited, Old Man Watershed Council, like our neighbors. The more knowledge that we share, the better job we can do, because not one of us has all of that knowledge.
One of the great things about this interaction with Glen and Kelly is that we've just continued to evolve. We learn from them, they learn from us and from others, and they keep doing new things. You know, like this property was a new opportunity to try some more different things, to talk about timing of grazing, to look at off-site watering. You know, every site is a new challenge. Like, where do you put the water? Where do you move water to? How do you graze it that's best suited for this site in this situation? Glen and Kelly have continued to call upon us and say, hey, what do you think about this? And if we can help them with some of their ideas and just bounce ideas back and forth, it's a great opportunity. You know, it helps benefit sort of the ecosystem and riparian health, but if we can help them and make these operations sustainable long-term, then what a win-win for both of us.
I think that it's really important for us as humans to recognize what Mother Nature does for us. If we can try to learn from Mother Nature, but also to learn from our partners and our sister organizations that we work with, we really can appreciate what it is here, and that this is where it all starts. This is where water comes from. This is where food is produced. If we can learn to work with her, we can produce healthy food here, and we do.
A place I go, clear my mind, where it's all too much to bear. Where the blacktop meets a dirt road, I'm breathing mountain air. Behind that grove of aspen trees, our blue angels rest. Serenity, it's in the trembling leaves. I know this place is blessed. What are we into when it's gone? The things we take for granted, no, they never last that long. And gotta find some balance, try to